I came across this interesting phrase in Acts chapter 20. So Acts chapter 20 starts with Paul. He's about to leave, so he preaches on and on until midnight. He keeps preaching until morning. That guy named Eutychus falls out of the window. He dies. Paul raises him from the dead. And then Paul goes back in and goes on talking. And then after that, they're going to leave and set sail to go on other missionary trips. And he's going to go on that other missionary trip and call the Ephesian elders and warn them about the dangers and snares of the coming savage wolves that are going to interrupt God's kingdom. So he's got all these heavy burdens laid on his heart. He's preaching, teaching, doing miracles, talking to people in every which way. And all through the middle of that, we come to Acts chapter 20, verse 13. Luke says, "But we, going ahead to the ship, set sail for Assos, intending from there to take Paul on board, for thus he had arranged it, intending himself to go by land." And the footnote for by land says by foot. So that's how Paul wanted to travel. He's with all these missionary companions, all of these in good company with Jesus Christ, encouraging, stimulating one another. But he wants to depart from them after he's doing all this stuff, before he goes to do a new job, and go by land. Well, what do you think he was doing when he was traveling by land? I don't know. The text does not tell us to do, but it seems most likely he'd probably have a heavy prayer session during that time to think, speak, and contemplate with God, get his thoughts together, praying for wisdom and discernment and tenderness and Christ-like affection to talk to the Ephesian elders, because he's got to approach them about something heavy. Therefore, you and I, we need to remain diligent in prayer, steadfast in prayer, disciplined in prayer. I'm at my grandma's. I'm in Texas right now. My grandma had a funeral. I had to do the thing. I didn't even know till the last minute. Big deal, whatever. But all these things are going on, and I'm working on other things and all kinds of things, and it's so hard to get a moment to stop, get by myself, and just really focus on prayer and the things that are coming up, the things I need to attend to. But we've got to break away from those things like Paul did. Remember, he had to go do something very serious after this to warn them of the confronting dangers, to talk to people about what they need to do to live steadfastly for Jesus Christ and watch out for other things. Therefore, we all need company. We need the fellowship of the brethren. But let us remember to take time on foot or wherever it is by ourselves. Just go on a walk on a field. Talk to your God. Fixate on an object and just think of your Father. And just don't break that disciplined communion with Him, so that we'll be merrier, so that we'll be wiser, so that we'll be more in tune with Jesus Christ and His focus. Because as I often say, go through Mark, go through Luke. Look at how often, many times, Jesus, who has many people surrounding Him, testifying about the kingdom of God, goes off by Himself to seclusion to pray. Sometimes those prayers are broken up by people with their needs. That happens to us too, but the fact remains, discipline in prayer is something the Christian must do to grow nearer to God and to have more understanding of what they're going to be doing here on earth. And it takes an incredible amount of faith and focus to do that.